So today is what, the first day of September, right?
It is.
And we got an exciting event here. First of all, this is my niece, Jamie. Oh, and there's we got Henry down here, or
That's Archer.
Archer,
Hey, Archer.
we got Archer down
Archie,
here.
they're gonna come sting you. You need to move, please. Stay away, sir. You don't have a bee suit.
So what we're going to be doing today, or what I'm just going to be filming, but what Jamie's going to be doing is she got into becoming a beekeeper, and today is a big day because there's plenty of honey in there that she's ready to harvest, right?
I'm excited.
So before we dive into that, why did you become a beekeeper?
I feel like I have chickens and bees were the next step.
Okay.
Well, honey and allergies and local honey helps get rid of allergies, supposedly, is the...
So you'll be eating this honey in its rawest form. Are you going to pasteurize it, or are you just going to eat it in its raw form?
No, you just take the honey out and you can eat it.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything to it.
All right. So she's never done this before.
Newbie.
She's a newbie, but she's well read, and she's a very smart woman.
Fingers crossed.
So let's show us the hive here, okay, and talk a little bit about the hive.
So got 3 different boxes. The bottom box is the brood box. So that's where the queen is with all of the baby bees and the worker bees. And then the top 2 boxes are the honey supers. So I'm hoping that both of those are full of capped honey.
So the supers are that's what you're going to be harvesting, right?
We're going to harvest the top super because the bees need honey for the winter to survive.
Okay, so you can just do the supers and you leave everything else alone so that they have plenty of food for the winter.
Yep, that's the goal.
Now, do you think that they will make more before the cold weather arrives, or?
So in the fall, there's another rush of, I forget what plant pollinates in the fall. So there could potentially be another honey rush,
Okay.
if you will.
All right.
To give them ample time to produce more food before the winter.
Great. So show me like these boxes. Where do they come in and out of this thing?
So down at the bottom, you see that little ledge. You might not want to get too close.
Okay.
But that's the entrance. So you'll see the bees coming and going, and they have their little honey. You might want to step away. There's a bee.
Well, it's not going to sting me.
They have their little pollen sacs on the side.
Okay.
So they're coming in to bring food into the hive.
Okay.
Jars are for sugar honey or sugar water.
Oh, is that like supplemental food for them?
Yep. So in the spring, we were giving them sugar water to help get them started.
Okay, great.
Just because they're newer.
Now, is the queen in? There's just one queen, right?
One queen per hive.
So there's 2 queens then.
Yes.
Because you got two hives here.
We have Lady Buzzington and we have Belinda.
All right.
Those are their names.
So we got queens with names here.
Of course.
That's great. All right, so Archer's all suited up here. He's ready to go. He's not afraid of any little bee now.
All right, Archie, red light. All right, hop on out, sir. Just wait, baby.
Okay, so get a little close-up shot of the activity.
Archer, now.
They're pretty calm right now, but I suppose once she opens up the super, that box on the top, they're going to become a little bit more active.
No. Here.
So your mom, when she cuts the grass back here, she's gotten stung a couple times?
Yeah, one got caught in her hair.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was not good.
I imagine the lawnmower, they don't like that loud noise.
They have different personalities. Some of them are okay.
Okay.
We had a tree cut down back here and they didn't mind at all. I think she got just a little too close.
Okay. Yeah, so if you got one in there, how many times would it sting you?
They can only sting you once.
Okay. And why is that?
They only live one time.
Okay, so they lose their stinger, is that what it is?
Yep,
or?
their whole abdomen pulls out when they...
Okay. So you never have to worry about getting stung multiple
don't have to worry about
times
getting
by
stung
one
twice.
bee. Yes.
No, but they're all my babies, so
Yes.
definitely don't want to hear that crunch or get stung.
Well, I think they'll be well behaved today.
Hopefully.
Have you had honeycomb before?
when we first got them.
We
So
all had honeycomb.
So this is not the first harvest. This is the second harvest?
no, we just tore off a small little piece.
Okay.
So the gentleman that I bought my bees from taught me how to, next year, I'll show you the frames. And so if I make a hollow frame without an insert, so if we just put the frame in without this yellow piece, just the wood,
Okay.
the bees will build their own honeycomb. So next year I can just cut the honeycomb out
Okay.
without having the frame piece in there.
Okay. So everything today has got the frame in there.
Everything has the frame
Okay.
and that layer, that foundation in there. So we'll just be going for honey. We won't be doing any honeycomb this year. So we're gonna take off the lid
Oh. Oh,
first.
All right. So we're removing these lids so we can get down to the what's called the super.
I have my smoker.
We think the bees are going to be calm today.
Is my microphone working?
Yes.
Hopefully you can. No, but hopefully you can hear it because it's really quiet on the outside, but as soon as you open up the frame, you can start to hear them.
Now maybe somebody can come up with their bare hand and scoop the bees.
I'm not trying to save those kind of bees.
Okay.
That's one brave lady.
She is. I don't think she wears the suit or anything, right? She just.
No.
But you know she's been stung.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
She probably uses like a pheromone on her hands to make
Oh,
the
yeah.
bees not sting.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So we're going to check this hive just to see if there's enough frames with capped honey. And if not, we'll close it back up and pull from this one next year.
Because you just started this in the spring, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a real mature colony at this point in time.
Correct. So goal of this year is just to keep them alive through the
Yeah.
winter. So this frame here is full of honey. And then in the center, you can see that it's capped.
Oh, yeah.
So their job's not done. So we won't pull this frame for any honey.
Okay.
Just that way they can keep on working.
Yeah, they're amazing workers, you know.
Oh, it's so cool. It's amazing. It's also really fun because they seal everything up each time. So every time we come in, you have to...
So you've been in here multiple times.
Mm-hmm. So this one has more capped honey, but not enough for us to harvest this one either.
Okay.
You can kind of see them with their little faces tucked in there.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't had to smoke these ones at all.
Yeah, they seem like they're pretty calm today.
Yeah. You also want to inspect the hive during the day while most of them are out harvesting. That way the population of the hive is a little bit lower.
Yeah, they're out working right now.
Yep.
Out gathering.
All right, we'll look at this next one. We might not be able to harvest from this one today.
Any estimates on how big the hive is?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know how you count that many bees.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure to a trained eye.
I guess you could extrapolate, count how many are on each one of these, and then multiply the number of panels you have.
Yeah. So this one too, they're still filling it up.
Okay. So the way they make the honey is they bring the pollen in and they chew it up or something, or regurgitate it, or
Yeah,
you know?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm not a very good beekeeper.
Well, you're new at this. It's not that you're not good. It's just this is a newly developed hobby for you.
But inside the frame, it smells delicious.
Yeah, I bet. Nice and sweet.
So this one, let's take a look. Hey, Aubrey, do you want to hold this really quick? So that one has more capped, but not quite yet. So just hold it up at the top. And then if you want to take a look down and see just how many bees are in there.
Yes, there's a lot of bees in there.
We move the frame over.
You can hear the hum.
I've got an archer. They are
So they're nice and quiet. If you were to take the queen out, they sense it and they get real noisy
Okay.
and kind of get aggressive. So this one hasn't really grown to the point where we can harvest their honey. So we'll take a look at the other one.
So the queen is probably at the very
Yep, she's
bottom, right?
down at the bottom. There's something called a queen extruder, which is this yellow insert between these two hives.
Okay.
That was supposed to keep the queen out of the honey supers. With this hive, I figured the queen should be allowed to go wherever she wants.
Okay.
She keeps all the brood down at that bottom brood box chamber, but I also didn't want the bees to swarm.
Yeah,
So-
that's bad.
So as a
Swarming
newbie,
bees.
beekeeper, I figured
Yeah, better, take
Better
it
safe
slow
than
and
sorry.
safe, yeah.
give them as much room as they want.
But these bees they're being very docile today.
Yeah. It's also not a super hot day. They get a little cranky on hot days.
Okay.
All right. So now we're opening up this one. This one's a little bit more aggressive.
Okay.
They get a little bit more cranky.
Oh, that's interesting. So they have different personalities between the two hives.
Yeah, so you'll see these ones kind of swarm around me once I get it open.
So why do you think that one's more aggressive than the other one?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just the different queen, different. So this is a J hook. You use that to unseal all of their hard work. So you can hear this one's a lot noisier.
Look there.
Once we start pulling out the frames, they kind of get a little cranky.
We're about to see some cranky bees here.
All right, the moment of truth.
Here we go. That's interesting how they seal that stuff in.
This is our belt.
All right. So this is the first frame. This one's not quite built out all the way. This one has more capped honey on the other side.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
Yeah, do they work from the inside out or?
That seems to be the method to their madness.
Because it looks like on the inside panels there's a lot more capping going on.
All right. A little bit more at the top. A bit more on this one. All right, go to the next one. And the goal is not to hear any crunches.
Yeah. Crunching is bad.
All right. This one has even more. All right, Abs, you want to hold this one? Yeah. Just hold it at the top
So
or the
that's a
side.
candidate to grab some honey.
Maybe. Just gonna move these guys over. There's a little bit more room to work. All right, we got this one. They're getting heavier and heavier.
Well,
Is that one good?
yeah, that's the two middle ones. That first of the two.
All right. Then we got this guy.
Now, how much each one of those weigh, you think?
What do you say?
Maybe a pound or two?
I think a whole box can weigh up to 50 pounds
Okay.
with capped honey. It's probably a good 5 or 6 pounds.
Okay.
Might not be so close with this one.
I imagine they probably get a little bit upset about being brushed away from there.
All right, Spaghetti, I'm going to trade you all of their hard work. All right. If you want to take this one into the front yard and set it on the
that
table.
one is going to be harvested for its honey.
And then here's a good frame. So this one's completely capped all the way over.
Okay, so we're going to get a lot of honey out of that one, right?
That's the hope. Brush them off this one.
Even brushing them like that,
And take that
they
one.
seem pretty calm still.
Peel your fingers off the honey. Yeah, they're trying to
You think that smoker is?
figure something else out that we're here.
That's interesting how that smoke just calms them down. You know.
Yeah. Here's another good frame.
I wonder if it's the smell or if it's just the sensation of the vapors going by them, or
Helps with the pheromones,
oh,
I believe. Don't quote
Okay.
me on that.
all right.
Still a newbie. This one's super heavy. This is another beautiful frame.
Yes, that one looks.
So this one's completely capped.
Yes. So when they cap them, pretty much
They cap
They're-
it for storage, and then it helps
yeah.
with the humidity. And
so that's basically done, and they would move on to something else.
yep, they move on to the next one. It's kind of heavy and embarrassing to try and hold up with one hand, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Well, I would help you except for two things. Number one, I have bare hands. Number two, I'm holding cameras.
All right, Abby Joe, my beautiful assistant. Here's another one.
Did you bring more of those? Wow, they're loud.
I did, yes.
So I imagine your gloves get awful sticky from this.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to keep clean.
Yes.
But so far, so good. They're not super angry.
No. Yeah, I did some reading, and this one article I read said that you could tell their level of agitation based on the buzz. If the buzz
Yeah.
got more high pitched or something like that, it meant they
For
were
sure.
really angry. If there was low buzz, they're still calm.
It was really neat when I was learning. Oh, I'm still learning. I'll be a lifelong learner
Oh
on
yeah,
this
we
one.
always are.
But on one of our first inspections, there was a mouse den underneath the beehive. And so the beekeeper knew instinctively that something was wrong with his bees based on how agitated and loud they were.
Okay. Yeah. So, as you get to know them better, you'll probably understand, the level of their agitation based on the buzzing.
Really haven't had to smoke them too much, just kind of dust them off. All right, Abby Joe. You want to take that one? Thank you, ma'am. So I'm going to crack this one open just to look at the second level.
Okay. So it's going to get real busy.
It's going to get real loud. Nah, they should be okay still.
I'll step away after I get my first sting.
So this is the queen excluder.
Okay. That keeps the queen from going from
Into
the
the
bottom
honey.
into the super, right?
I feel like if you ask 10 beekeepers a question, you'll get 10 different answers.
Okay.
So some say to use these, others say let the queen go wherever she wants. So I'm
Oh,
trying
boy.
that with the different ones.
Yeah. Wow, that's nice.
So on this one, and don't judge me on the internet, when I got my frames, I was missing a frame and added my bees missing a frame.
Uh-huh.
So they've been freestyle building
Oh, yes.
this comb.
So that's what it would look like in the wild then.
Yep. So if you look down here on this side, you can actually see some capped brood. So this isn't just honey, there's baby bees in there.
Yeah.
So rookie mistake. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to undo that because it's
Hard to
not like-
undo because
yeah.
I don't want to kill off all those bees.
Right.
So
So you only did that in this hive here. It's not like that in the other hive.
no, it was an accidental.
Oh, because you didn't have the last.
Yep, and there's a yellow jacket on me. We're gonna stomp that guy.
Yeah, those yellow jackets. Now those you do want to step on.
Yeah. When I was down here last week or 2 weeks ago, there were some yellow jackets at the front of the hive that the bees were attacking and chasing off.
Okay.
So it's fun just to watch them.
Yeah.
They're so furry,
Yes.
fluffy little bees. Now the queen, we have to be careful with these hives, this portion and this portion, because the queen could be in here or down in the brood box, which is where I made my colossal error, because I don't want to damage the queen
Right.
if she's in here.
Now you've seen her, right?
Early on in the season, yes.
Okay.
I've not taken this box off just because I'm afraid of destroying those combs, which ultimately I'll need to do once.
You know, it's interesting. I don't. I'm asking myself, how long does a queen live? You know.
I don't really know. I think it's a couple years.
Okay. And then when it's time for her to,
When the hive sense that she's a weak queen, they'll start to make their own new queen.
okay, so they'll bring in a new queen then.
Well, they'll make one.
Okay, they'll make one. They'll pick somebody from the brood and say, you're the queen.
Well, what they'll do is when the queen lays eggs, they'll feed it royal jelly,
Okay.
and that will create the next queen.
Interesting.
So if the queen were to go, something were to happen to the queen, she's injured, damaged, sick, not doing her job properly like the hive wants, they'll replace their own queen.
Okay.
So there's a happy little bee. So I think we're good for this one. I think we're gonna go harvest our honey
All right, let's do it.
Wait, so are we done?
here for now.
On the bee suit. I'm gonna go.
Okay. So you're replacing these frames with new frames so they can redo the work that we've just taken out. Right?
Yeah, I think
Basically,
there's
right?
enough time this in the season for them to come in and make some more.
Yeah.
You can also clean them off, and then they'll clean off the frames that we have.
Uh-huh.
So that's another option.
That'd be kind of hard to clean that though, wouldn't it be?
That's their job.
Oh, okay. So
I
they'll
mean,
clean it
they'll
off.
clean it off themselves.
Yeah.
They'll eat all the honey off of it and
Okay.
give them an extra boost.
Yeah. So
But-
these are very clean, basically.
Oh yeah, they'll clean out any dead bees that are in there. If any other pests get in there, they'll keep their space nice and tidy. And I'll eventually add another box for even more honey.
You mean like another hive, or you just make?
No,
it,
just
make it
add
higher?
another thing of
Okay.
frames.
So you'll stick with 2 hives, but add like 2 supers, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Once the bee population keeps growing.
Yeah.
So I think next, either tomorrow or another day, I'm going to come back in and look at that hive. This one grew a lot faster than that hive there.
Okay. So give them a little bit more time to fill that super up.
Yeah. It's fun to see them land.
All right. So you were saying that concludes.
That concludes our honey harvest. So we're going to go scrape some honey off next.
Yes. And as we got towards the end of this thing, they were really buzzing around, and I actually heard the pitch of their buzzing go up.
Yeah, the closer you get to the brood box, that bottom one where with the queen and the eggs, they get loud.
Yeah.
And there's actually clips that when you're inspecting a hive, you'll put the queen in a clip to protect her, because the last thing you want to do is to damage or hurt the queen while you're
Yes.
doing an inspection. And as soon as she's in that clip, all of the bees swarm to cover the queen
Oh, to protect her.
to
Yeah.
protect her.
So that's maximum agitation at that point.
That's where they're swarming.
Yeah.
So
That's when you don't want to scoop them with your bare hands.
no, I'm not that brave. Not yet. Not yet. We'll get there maybe. Improvising on.
Yeah. So this is your honey processing station.
Okay.
So what's
It
the plan
is.
here, Jamie?
So they've got the honey all capped. So this is a capping.
Richard, back up.
Oh, so that breaks off the caps?
Yep, so that we can get to the honey on the
yeah.
underside.
Oh my, Henry, come here. My gosh, there's so much.
Now, I've heard that some people they save that wax. They make candles out of it.
They do.
Yeah.
That's all honey.
Are we gonna do that?
We're gonna be real ambitious, and
I'll
we're
try
gonna
some.
see what happens.
Now that is very sweet.
How is it?
It's very good. It's very, very. It's so sweet. You try some.
I will in a little bit here.
Let it drip on my
All right, that's
finger.
good.
So good.
So I figure we're gonna be a sticky mess.
Yeah, there's
honey.
working with honey. There's no way of not being sticky. You know.
Yeah. If I get good at this,
I mean, just
there's different equipment that you can buy
Okay.
that'll make this whole process a lot easier.
Mom, are you keeping with this?
Okay. So now you're just cutting that honey away from the artificial comb, right?
Yep.
Oh, and this has got cheesecloth down here.
Yep. I've got cheesecloth. So it's just a river of honey. So I practice this on
Line.
a flat comb at home
Yes.
Oh, without any honey on it.
without any
Just to-
honey. So
Just to get the feel of.
get the feel of it.
Yeah.
The first time, Mom was being dumb and got stung immediately.
Yeah, I got stung. Part of the job hazards.
I think there's probably no beekeepers in America who have never been stung.
I'm a beekeeper. I never got stung yet.
Not yet.
Well, you know what they say.
Hmm.
When you boast, you get stung the most.
Ooh, that's a good
So you got a
one.
different kind of tool here
Yeah, this is for pollen. But
for pollen.
that's the name of it.
Oh, okay.
But I think this will give us a better scrape.
Nice.
Ooh, that looks good.
I know. Get excited, little buddy.
Plastic.
You guys are gonna have some good honey.
Hey guys.
I'm gonna move this.
But I'm fine.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of nice honey off of this one.
That one's tasty.
That tool works really good. We
Yeah,
got
I
some
think we're gonna keep using it.
future beekeepers here. They're all anxious to do the job.
Twist that.
Do you wash that
Yeah,
off?
Archer, don't touch it yet.
And water, Jamie, afterwards?
No, you can put them back in the hive and they'll clean them off.
Well, what are you gonna do with these ones? Because you just put the other ones back in.
So they'll live.
So they're
Yeah.
gonna live.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine as long as there's
Mom, I
flowers, they're going to be.
Mom, I mean
Producing.
through winter.
Yeah, they're gonna survive the winter. You want to scrape that off?
Well, this is their first winter, right?
This is their first winter here. Yep.
Wait.
What?
These were established hives, so I got a nook.
Wait, Mom, when's
Okay.
winter?
When's winter?
How many days?
Well,
Not for a while.
yeah, not for a
Now,
little
why
while.
would you say it's the first winter?
Well, this is their first winter here. This is the first.
Time in winter.
It's amazing that they can survive these cold temperatures. Of course, inside the box, you know, when they buzz their wings, I
Yeah.
think that generates a little bit of heat.
Keeps them warmer.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. No, sir.
I do.
You ready?
So to think that all the honey that we consume in this country, beekeepers doing this to make that honey.
Do you want to tell Uncle Joel about the documentary that you watched?
I wonder if there's some kind of like industrial process that makes this go quicker.
They have spinners. You can put the whole frame,
Oh, like a centrifuge.
and then you can spin it.
Okay.
We're just backyard beekeepers
Yeah.
learning how to do this.
But, you know, I mean, think about the amount of honey that gets consumed. You kind of take it for granted until you see something like this, you know?
So when you buy honey at the store, the biggest thing you want to look for is that it's all from the US.
Okay.
And if you see that it's from like Brazil or other countries, there's a major counterfeit honey problem.
Oh, I didn't realize that. So look for made in USA.
Yep.
For when you buy honey.
Or buy local.
Because we're the only. How much dripping?
Well, no, there's beekeepers all across the country, but when it comes from multiple countries, they have a harder time
harvesting, trying to bust
making sure it's genuine honey and not mixed with other
stuff like that.
Other things.
Yeah, like sugar. Make sure it's like actual honey.
Yep.
Are we gonna add anything else to this? Like, is it or
Watch
is it?
where you put your hands on.
The yellow jacket's back.
Yeah, it's okay, babies.
That's a bee.
No, right here. It's a yellow jacket.
Okay.
I'm so excited to see me excited.
No, save it.
Oh no! There goes the biggest.
Good save.
Mom, is that honeycomb?
It is.
Can I have some?
Yeah, you can take that little piece.
I'm so excited. Oh my god! I'm gonna consume this.
Yeah, you can chew it like bubble gum.
Yeah, like bubble gum.
And then you can spit it out because then it turns waxy. I heard that people can make gum candles and lip balm out of this stuff. Are we gonna keep all this?
Yeah.
Okay, we got the
jello
last one
jars.
here.
There's a yellow jacket in here.
Okay, just leave it alone. It'll leave you alone.
The way then
Wow, look at that. River of honey.
can't wait to eat it. Wait, is it eat it or drink it? No, I'm not kidding. Is it actually eat it or
I think it depends on how you want to use your honey.
Huh.
Want to put it in your tea?
I'm gonna show it. Then that means.
Or do you want to put it on your toast with peanut butter?
Oh, that would actually make more sense. Toast, peanut butter, and honey.
It's amazing.
Okay, so let's see how much honey we have here. Wow. That is a lot of honey. You're going to lick that honey off her hands?
No!
I am honey man.
You're a honey man? No.
I'm a honey. If honey badgers lived here and we lived in Africa, then the honeybirds would be over us.
We'll let you know if my hands are silky smooth tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's honey.
Can I stir?
Well, you're going to have sweet smelling hands for a little while.
Yeah. Like webbed fingers.